What is up, YouTube? Today is July 27th, and we are gonna get straight into today's trade recap. So, not a good, honestly, it's a really fucking good day, to be honest. I just, unfortunately, got a bit fucked, right? But it was obvious, it was a pretty clean day. But regardless, let's get straight into the trade recap, right? First things first. So, looking at price action, obviously, we have this fat gap, and I do not believe that this was a good reaction because of all this LR was built, right? So for me, right, this price action right here is just telling me that this is not a good reversal, right? And then we gapped up, leaving a fat new week opening gap. So potentially, obviously, I want to see this get filled. So looking at price action, it's pretty fucking shit. As you can see, Asia session was pretty dog shit, chopped, and then London came up, swept the highs, swept Asia high, and then pushed up higher. And we are just in the fuck offs, right? From there, price pushed lower, and then around this time, what was it? So I was on the charts at like 8:30, and I was willing to trade. So I was willing to trade because this setup was pretty fucking clean, right? Not this one, but this one right here. So I was bearish, and then this was pretty fucking clean. So for me, I was looking at it from the 3 minute or 1 minute. Don't really remember. Uh, yes, it was here. It was the 3 minute. Okay, regardless. Anyways, so I was looking at it from here. I wanted this 3 minute order block to get respected, right? I wanted this short. So in the moment and in the time while I was trading, I was gonna enter the setup right here for shorts, but the problem was with this was it was close to market open, and I was a bit scared that market open might come and then we actually wick us out, and then from there we continue lower. So I was a bit afraid of that scenario to occur, so that's why I was a bit cautious and I avoided this setup. Unfortunately, this was the setup that actually played out for today. And obviously, I would have held this bitch all the way till down here and potentially even, not gonna lie to you, if we're being honest, I probably just would have taken profits down there, right? But the best take profit, obviously looking at it in hindsight, is this low simply because we understand that this is just chop. It's nothing significant. We haven't reversed, right? But regardless, this was my A plus trade of the day. Unfortunately, I missed it because I waited for 9:30. Now, am I annoyed that I waited at 9:30? No, because it was something that I was looking out for, and it's part of my rules. So for me, I'm actually glad that I did that because I followed my rules, right? But we'll get later into what happened, right? Anyways, that happens. Price dumps, right? I missed this clean setup from there. Price just continued to dump, right? Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. I took this short on my eval, but it's a bit risky, which is why I took it on my eval. Oops, fuck. It was this right here. So right when I saw that price was not actually respecting the new week opening gap and we're continuing to dump, I shorted right there with my stop loss down here. I went break even right when we swept that, so it was a very, very fast scalp, and then that was my TP. It was a 1-to-1. Right for 1500 on my eval. But on my XFA, obviously, I haven't taken anything yet. Frustrated that I missed out on this. So I want you to notice. So I missed out on this trade. Deep in inside my mind, I was building this frustration where I'm like, oh fuck, why did I miss out on the trade, right? So I was automatically building this like cycle of me feeling frustrated. But regardless, that's what price did, and then from there it pushed up higher and then proceeded to push lower. Um, and the frustrating started to begin. Now, I was still following my rules and I was still locked in a sense. I was like, all right, whatever. But deep down inside of me, I knew that I'm probably not going to get another setup, right? It's so hard for me to get another setup right now. Almost impossible because I already missed out on the setup. So now price is just going to distribute lower, right? It's not actually going to give you another setup. It's just going to distribute lower. So I was a bit afraid of that, and I just ended up, if I remember correctly, I don't remember correctly. I don't really know what exactly I took. It was just, I don't even know what I took because it was straight bullshit. But anyways, we'll just keep covering price and then we'll talk about what I took. I feel like that's better. Anyways, so price ended up dumping, right, into nothing significant. Literally nothing. I'll show you in the 1 hour later. But I mean, I'll show her now actually. We dumped into, was it this low? No clue. Actually, no, it wasn't this low. It was like a middle of this low, right? Because I remember I had this as my drawn liquidity. And then if that doesn't get swept, I'm looking for these two. And I'll explain why later. But anyways. So, we understand price continued to dump lower from there. Price dumped all the way down. And then we never actually reversed off a clear structure. So for me, I'm like, okay, looking at it obviously in real time. I was like, okay, this is probably going to be protected, right? And this is probably going to be where we form the low of day up until tomorrow, and then tomorrow we continue to dump, right? And the reason why I thought that was because of this nice reaction, right? Now, in the time and in the moment of this happening, I was obviously feeling frustrated, and I've already built up so much frustration from staying. I was literally at the charts on the charts at around like 8:15, 8:20, and then it was like around bearish. Swip this, missed this play. I'm like, okay, fuck, I missed it. I'm not gonna get another setup. And then all this whole time, just seeing price move, obviously built up extreme frustration, which led me to take such a fucking retarded ass trade, which was, I'm telling you, I don't even know what trade I took, but it was something along the lines where I felt frustrated and I was, I think I may have taken this short right here. I did. Oh my God, I did. So price did this, continued to dump, and I shorted this. Yep, I remember actually visibly. Shorted this setup, got fucking railed, obviously, because it's fucking retarded. We're gonna fucking retrace at least. We've been dumping all day long, right? And the 1040 macro, or like basically the 1050, right? But I count them from 1045. That specific macro is usually known for retracements, right? Especially after a big expansion. If we want to continue a trade, it has two options. So it'll either reverse or it will retrace to continue the delivery of the bias, which in my opinion, we have already reached our bias. So realistically, or we've already delivered towards our bias. So realistically, I don't really know. So you could see this as retracement reversal, but for me, you should have been expecting it. My dumbass just wanted to take this short because of course it's pure FOMO, nothing else, just fucking pure FOMO. Price continued to push higher, and I hit SO. Holy, it's raining like crazy right now. After I hit SO, I was frustrated as fuck. So then I took a longs, and I think it was somewhere here, and I went such crazy risk. I'm telling you, it's just retarded, bro. So that little pullback from where I entered, like literally this, was 15 points. That and I was heavy risk. It just hit my DLL, which was thankfully I had it locked at 400. So I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like if I'm being honest, I'm really slowing down my progress by d- falling to these stupid fucking rules. So something I came up with today was chart time, which came up with it a long time ago, and like I've clocked how big of an issue it is, but today I just got a reminder. The more I spend time on the charts, the more frustrated I get. So go moving on, I'm just gonna trade from like 8:30 to 10:30, right? 'Cause sometimes you get moves during pre-market, but yeah, that's just gonna be my trade window right around here. Just this time of price action. And then it's just until I actually like I'm super consistent, then maybe add more time. But for now, I feel like the best thing that I could do is limit my chart time. And I know people are like, oh, you could actually gain experience when you're looking at charts and whatnot. But for me, it actually does the opposite. Like, yes, I do gain experience, but I also get so deep into my head thinking, fuck, why did this? Fuck, why did that happen? Fuck, why does this? Boom, boom, boom. And it eventually ends up leading to me just spiraling and just going deep into this fucking deep fucking crisis, right? So, that's something to look out for moving on for me personally. And yeah, I'm going to definitely limit chart times. Starting tomorrow, I'll wake up early and then basically just 2 hours. So if let's say if I wake up at 9:30, right? I got till 11, right? Because I really don't want to trade till 11:30, 11:30 shit, right? But so you get my point. So like an hour and a half, 2 hours, it's max I'm spending on charts. After that, I'm hopping the fuck away because it's just super. You get two in your head, you know what I mean? So that's something that I will have to implement and see if it changes anything or not. But definitely we'll have to look for that, right? So starting tomorrow from 8:30 to 10 is going to be my trading window. With that being said, that was basically it from price action. Something that I do want to actually point out was just the fact that afterwards, price, like I said, this was going to be a low day. So afterwards, price just completely continued to chop, chop, chop. Right, we came up, swept this, and I'm like, all right, this doesn't look too bad, right? From there, price chop, chop, chopped, and just bullshit, right? But moving on, of course, we didn't really get hit my draw on liquidity, so of course I'm bearish going into tomorrow, and that's where Asia is doing right now. It's currently not really distributing, but it's kind of choppy, but it's moving towards my draw. Now, this is what I'm expecting for tomorrow. We either react off of this low, which if this low gets hit, boom, and we push higher, then I'm bullish. If we don't get a reaction off this low, then I'm expecting this low. And that's just it, right? Ugh. And the reason I'm looking out for those lows is just because of how much we dumped, right? Like when we dump like this, we're obviously going to react at some prominent structure, which in this case, to me, these are the two that are just sore thumbs out, right? You could also argue that this one is, but I don't really like this low right here just because we have this under it, right? So expecting that gets swept. And then from here, you have all of this nice little LR, right? Which I just would want us to sweep that. That's how I look at my draws. Anyways, that is basically it for today. Unfortunately, it's a psychological loss. I read price accurately. I read price correctly. I knew that we were bearish because of what price was telling us. And I was literally one button away from making good fucking money, but it is what it is. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. It's just I have to understand that if I truly want to build my fucking account and I actually want to continue to progress with my trading, I need to stop doing these little fucking mistakes where I let my psychology take over. So I need to notice these cues. I need to notice when I'm feeling frustrated. I need to notice the urge to trade. When I get that feeling, I need to lock out and I need to act upon it. Because when I don't, it just takes over and I end up fucking doing something stupid. I don't know what it is with my psychology, but I need to like lock in, bro. It's pissing me the fuck off. But anyways, that is basically it for today's trade recap. Yeah, tomorrow I'm expecting this low and this low. I'm not trading Asia session. I already locked out both my accounts, the XFA and the eval, and I'm not touching them whatsoever during eval. I mean during Asia because I need my peace of mind and I need to spend a lot less time on the charts for at least these next few upcoming weeks and whatnot, right? But yeah, you heard my plan. We either react off this low or this low, and that is it for today's trade recap. Yeah, nothing much more. Bing bash bosh. See you guys tomorrow. Ciao.